Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Yeah, that's the best move he could have made, man, because after that, I'm in war mode because I'm in protection mode. I don't know what he might do. I don't know if he might go back to the cell, might try to get that Bethlehem, might try to attack me, might try to sneak me, or whatever. So the best move he could have made, because had he approached me when he came out the shower and wanted to rumble in, now I'm under the gun. Now I know I'm going to get caught because I'm under the camera. I'm under the gun. So I'm going to go all out now. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to eliminate the threat. So the best move he could have made was to go on, you know, to his cell, which he did, which I was cool with. But at the same time, the threat is still present because he's still in here. Now you got to leave because I ain't going to feel safe around you. I'm not going to be cutting hair tomorrow or next week or something. You come up behind me when I'm unaware and hurt me. So, you know, man, it was a crazy situation. It was a situation that I didn't ask for, but it's a situation that you put in. And like I say, when you're going to be put in situations when you're in prison, and you're going to have to handle those situations or they're going to handle you. So, you know, I ain't bothered, man. I ain't say nothing to him for the rest of the day. He stayed in the cell the rest of the day because I guess he felt embarrassed. You know, he got that buck naked in his mouth now that he asked for. You see what I'm saying? But the next morning, breakfast time, I go to his door. He ain't want to come out to go to breakfast with. I go to his door. I said, "What's up, man?" He like, "Man, what's up, man? That's over. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, man. You did what you did. Go ahead on." I said, "Bro, you got to leave." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, I ain't going nowhere." I said, "Bro, you got to leave." You know? I said it's over. I said, "You got to leave, bro. I don't want you around me. I don't trust you. I don't want you around me. Period." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yeah, all right, man. Okay." I said, "Man, I'm telling you, brother, leave. Please leave." You know what I'm saying? I leave the cell. I go on about my business. You know, he don't go nowhere. He don't come out to say that the whole day. I'm not going to say anything else to him because I done already told him what my feelings is. I done already told him what my intentions is. I can't have you walking around me, man. I done put my hands on you because you might want to do something to me. So, you know, he still don't go nowhere, man. It's like 3-4 days he don't go nowhere, man. And then one morning, man, he went to breakfast, man. He said he went to medical, and that was the last time I seen him. Now, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I was glad he was gone because, like I say, my attention was building and building every day. And I'm watching him. I'm keeping my eye on him. He ain't coming out to say that much. But even if he come out to go to the shower, even if he come out to go to the microwave, you know, that's my whole focus. And I can't concentrate. I can't cut hair. I can't do what I'm doing because I got an enemy lurking around. You know, now I might got many enemies in there, but if it's a known enemy, then that's different. You know, but anyway, he ended up getting up out of there, man. And that was a good thing, man. But like I say, it happened because he made it happen. He approached me with aggressiveness. He approached me with all of that anger and stuff in him. And that's what happens in prison, man. Dudes get so irritated and get so frustrated that they ended up taking out their anger and their frustration on somebody who is undeserving of that. You mad at yourself. You mad at the system. You mad at your time. You mad at whatever's going on in your life. But you choosing the way I cut hair, the way I conduct my business to take it out on me. So I had no mercy for you. Whatever you get, you get. Because whatever I don't give you, you may give me. And I ain't accepting it. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no part. You ain't taking these teeth out of my mouth. You not taking them up out of my mouth. Nah, you not doing that. And not going to do it and walk around and still be talking about it. And that's what I got to look at other people with the same frame of mind that I have. I know if it would have happened to me, I wasn't going to let it go. So I got to think the same way about somebody else, even if they don't think that way, even if they ain't built that way. I got to think that because if I think opposite of that, I'm putting myself at risk. When you sleep on somebody or you underestimate somebody, you underestimating yourself, you know, and you end up in a predicament, man, that you just can't get out of. But I went on about my business, man, and kept on, you know, doing my little thing on there, working out, cutting the hair, watching all the chaos around me, trying to compartmentalize all of this stuff, man, asking myself 100 times why these people even send me here. You know, like I said, man, I never been on an institution like that. I never seen where you ain't got no windows. You can't even see outside. If they don't let us outside, we got no daylight. We got no daylight at all, man. It ain't nothing in the cell, it ain't nothing in the block, it ain't nothing you can look out the window and see nothing. And that's a part of doing time. You know, because you already confined away from everything in the world. A lot of dudes just stand in their cell sometimes and look out the window for hours and hours just to see the trees and see if you see a deer or see if you see anything, just some type of something that you can grasp on to say, man, it's a big world out there and I'm just trapped inside this little cage. I've done it. I've done it a lot. I used to stare out the window and just look out of the window, man, and just see things, man, and just, you know, dream and daydream and wonder and wish and hope one day I could be out there, man, you know, and so I know, man, so that took away a part of, you know, your solace while you was in prison, by us being in this confined environment like that, man. And then, like I say, we under pressure, we under the gun, we under the dog, we under gangs, we under all types of foolishness, you know. I think I had told this story before too, but it just popped in my head about this dude that was up there, man. I ended up running into him again too, man. But this was a funny character, man, as far as I'm concerned. He was a light-skinned dude, man. Kind of small, but probably about 150, 160. But he had a nice little build on him. He worked out. He tried to walk around like he was, you know, hardcore. And he was so light-skinned, looked like he more than likely he was mixed. And he talked with a little lisp, but he just thought he was the coolest thing on the block. And I told you, I'm sure I told this joke before, but I remember he started getting them little strips in, them little Boston strips, and they huge in prison, man. But somehow he was able to get them in. I got an idea, but I ain't gonna say. Somebody else might be using that formula, but he was getting them in, man. And you know, like I say, we way up there in the mountains, so dudes want to get high. That's a big part of prison. A lot of dudes got habits. A lot of dudes get high, and you know, it's a commodity in there, and you make big bucks off of it in there, you know, major bucks. Dudes get rich in there off of that stuff if they could get a long enough run, if they could get away with it long enough without getting caught. But yeah, man, he was able to get them in, man. So he had many customers, but he was acting like he was so thorough and so hard. And like I say, when you get drugs in prison, man, dudes want to keep the drug man safe, but you always gonna have a few, and you always gonna have the dynamics that, well, they can't pay for the drugs, so they want to take them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a push-pull going on. You know, dudes don't want to see nothing happen to them, and dudes don't want to see them go, but dudes want to get high so bad themselves, and they can't pay for it, that they're gonna mess it up for the dudes that can pay for it, because they're going to go try to take it. And usually that's going to cause an altercation, or it's going to cause the dude to go to jail, or it's going to cause the dude to rebel and fight back, and either way, people gone, drugs gone. So, man, I can remember he was getting them strips, man, and them dudes in there was so happy, man, because they wanted to get high so bad, but it gave him a false sense of security. It gave him a false sense of bravado, because being that he was getting that, he was walking around really acting like he was a tough guy and acting like, you know, he the man, you know, and that came back to haunt him, man, because I can remember when the holiday packages came, man, and he got all them holiday packages, man. He got about 10, 15 dudes to get holiday packages for him. So he go collecting. He probably gave dudes drugs for him, you know what I'm saying? So he collected, getting all these big bags, taking them all to his cell, man. And he get all them joints to his cell. And I can remember, man, doing a rec period, or either a meal called dinner, lunch, or something. But boy, he left up out of there, and he came back, and he was, you know, you trying to act hard, but at the same time, you be doing stuff to show that you really got feel. Because he used to always go to the booth, because I think he had a little scary white dude in the cell with him that won't nobody anyway. That's the type of dudes them dudes like to get in the cell with. Them dudes that trying to act hard and be tough. They want to get in the cell with somebody they know weak, so they don't have to be exposed, so they don't have to answer to somebody in there that's going to say, bro, you ain't built like that. So they like to get in the cell with them type of dudes. Usually they'll pay one of them type of dudes to move in the cell with them. So the dude in the cell was of no consequence. So they leave and go out to eat or wreck or whatever it was. Man, he would go telling people, man, make sure you don't open my door. I mean, such, we both going. So you showing right there that you worried. If you a gangster and you know your reputation is solid, then you ain't got to do all that, because the dude know if he go in your cell, a dude know that somebody might tell it, then he know what's going to happen to him. He know the end result. So you ain't never got to do that. You know, that's just like other dudes. When they had padlocks one time that you could lock your locker with the padlock in your cell, you really trying to say you trying to protect because you don't know if your celly gonna go up in your stuff when you ain't there, or you don't know if somebody gonna get in your cell and be able to get in your locker. If you got a padlock in your cell, it was already common knowledge that you was already scared. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never had a padlock. I ain't gonna use no padlock. If I had a padlock, it was to cluck somebody upside the head, you know. But I ain't never locked my stuff up in my cell with no padlock because I feel like if a cell partner in there with me and I know something missing and he know we the only two in there, then if he brave enough to take it, he brave enough to get what's gonna come behind it. So I ain't never worried about that. I ain't never worried about nobody going to my cell and take nothing. If they went in there and took something, they better be praying that ain't nobody gonna tell. And when you there in that penitentiary, man, somebody gonna tell. Somebody might not like you and might just whisper, yeah, such and such did it. So if dude's willing to take that chance, then that's on them. God bless. You know, so I ain't never get into that. But when he started doing that, people could see that he was really not built the way he was trying to portray himself. So he goes out and man, them dudes get that door open, man. They finesse that lady at that booth like, oh, open the door for such and such. Because dude will stand up there with his back to him and be holding his hand up like he want his door. So if she just glance or he just glance and not paying attention, they'll bust the door and think the dude trying to get open instead of doing their due diligence and look and see, is that the dude that's supposed to go in the cell? Nah, they don't do it because they lazy. Man, them dudes get in that cell and take all that commissary, man. That boy came back, man, and he screamed bloody murder, man. He get to coming out and walking around and asking dude with his little list, hey, you see somebody go in my cell? You see somebody go in my cell? And he got his sweatpants on, but he got his hand in his sweatpants like he got that Bethlehem. So, man, the funny part about it is, it's funny to me because I can see, you know, the buffoonery in the situation because he ain't gonna do nothing. But he walking around with his hand in his pants and pulling up on dudes. Hey, you see somebody go in my cell? And then he starts saying this. No, I ain't, you know, dudes like, man, I ain't seen nobody go in your cell, man. If I did, that ain't my business. Oh, no, I just want to know so I can poke them up. I can poke them up real fast. That's all I want to know. I just want to know who did it just so I can poke them up and get it over with. Man, if you start going around telling people you going to poke somebody, man, you ain't going to do nothing. You trying to create fear, but you don't realize the dynamics of the prison. That's right there getting ready to get you killed. Because if I know you coming to poke me up, you can rest assured you ain't get a chance to do nothing. So, like I say, that's what he was going around doing, man. You can see him walking from person to person. And, you know, with the little grit on his face, he realized he done turned red. Man, it was just so funny, man. I was sitting back, man. It was comical to me, man. It was just comical. I remember he was walking my way, and he looked at me. His eye caught my eye, and I think he thought better even to ask me that. He just kept on going. But, man, then when he finished, he couldn't get no resolve. He's standing over there by the wall, and he just got his hand in his pants, and he looking all crazy. And, man, them blood dudes who had actually went in this cell, you know, they, you know, like I say, he run around telling me he gonna poke somebody up. Man, them dudes pulled up on him, man, strong as I don't know what, say, yo, man, you walking around telling people, man, you gonna poke somebody up who went in your cell or something. I mean, what's up? He was like, oh, I'm saying, so what, y'all went in there? You went in my cell, you know who did it? Man, dude said, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, no, that's okay. Y'all got that. You got that. I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he goes to the rich road. I'm good. I could get some more of that stuff. It don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me. Evidently, y'all needed it. Y'all needed it. Man, this joint was so common. Them dudes was like, man, you better go ahead on up to your cell, bro. And you better stop faking like you got something for somebody to make you pull it out. He was like, okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. Don't worry about it. No, I'm good. I'm cool. He ain't want no smoke whatsoever. Them dudes call his hand. Them dudes are ready to give him the business. Because you got 2, 3 of them. They done posted themselves up. They wait. So if they jump off, they going to all move on him. He would have got slaughtered in there. But just the fact that he was walking around talking about, if you seen somebody went in my cell, just let me know who it is. I just want to go poke them up right fast. Man, that was some of the comicalest stuff I had ever seen. He going to go poke them up, man. This was, I'm telling you, boy, prison, man, the longer I stayed in the prison, the more and more it started to deteriorate. It started to deteriorate. When I first went to prison, everybody know who was who, what was what you gonna get if you do this, what you gonna get if you do that. Everybody knew the boundaries, but now the line was being blurred, man. It was being blurred because you got these younger people coming in, you got the gangs coming in, you got, you know, dudes is coming in here that don't know the rules of the penitentiary, and they getting put on these prisons is brand new when the administration don't know the rules. So the whole system is getting distorted right before your eyes. And I may not have even recognized it or acknowledged it or was able to verbalize it at that time. But in retrospect, looking back, it was just changing right in front of my eyes, man, because I was seeing things after being in prison as long as I have that just I won't used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? You would have never saw somebody walking around telling me, they tell me who did this so I could just go poke them up. Man, dude would have killed you, man. Whoever did it would have got wind of that before, it got back to you, and he'd have snuck up on you and did you wrong because he would have been scared that somebody was going to actually call his name. You see what I'm saying? So he's not going to sit around and wait for you to come poke him up or wait for you to come put the Bethlehem in him. Nah, he's not going to do that. So that was asinine for him to walk around even saying the stuff that he was saying. But like I say, this was the new dynamics of the prison. Then he started coming out, like next day or two, started telling me, yeah, well, they just hurt themselves. I don't need nothing. I don't need no money. I got my books is scrapped. I got plenty of money. I ain't gonna get no more. Ain't no more strips coming in here though. I'm the only one get them. Ain't no more coming in here. So now he trying to make the dudes that actually wanted the strips get mad enough to take retribution for him. You know what I'm saying? He started playing a psychological game. Man, the blood dudes got down on him and said, bro, you got to get up out this block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to get up out this block, man. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. They ended up running them out the block. In less than a week, they done ran them up out of there. You got to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up like that. No, I'm saying, well, I'm not mad, man. It's over with. No, you got to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't trying to get in no beef because of what he was trying to facilitate just to put himself back in position where he could say, I'm still going to do this, do that, but I can't do it because, these dudes is trying to rob me. You know what I'm saying? So he just was trying to cause a situation. Man, they ran that little joke up out the block, man. I'm telling you, man, the prison, it's a different animal, man. Yeah, man, it's a different animal, man. Prison is just different, man. It's just a different world. And like I say, man, I just wanted to get up over there, man. I was told, like I said, that I had to do at least a year on there before I could be put in for a transfer, man, to get up off of there. And that's what I was just focusing on, trying to get up off of there. And as you can see, all of this was happening within a year. Just the craziness, the foolishness, you know what I'm saying? But this is every day in prison all over the world. It's just all the time chaos, controversy, violence, BS all day long. This is what you're going to have to filter and deal with all day long. So, like I say, if you out here in the free world, you're winning. Don't lose. Don't lose by making some bad decisions or some craziness and put you in these. This is how you're going to have to live. I don't know what nobody else telling you. I'm telling you, I promise you this is what you're going to have to deal with, and more. But, like I say, I was just trying to get to the end, man. And I think I told y'all this story before too, man. This is the thing that almost crossed me up from getting up off of there. I remember this dude was out there, man, and we was coming out for showers. We was on like a semi-locker. We was coming out for showers, and dude got to joking these officers. And I told you, these officers got such big egos because they can handle you. They can do what they want to do to you. They can cross you up. They can lie on you. So they got these big egos. But when you got these young dudes in there that don't care nothing about, prison and the little what can happen to them because they unaware. They don't know that these people would drag your life. So they get in there and they young. They 19, 20. They want to laugh and joke. And when they see these white officers looking all goofy with big feet and big heads and big old bellies and, chewing tobacco and all of that stuff, they get to joking them and stuff and laughing. And then they got a little laugh party going on about the dude. The dude turned all red and get all mad. So he barking, y'all go back to your cell. Your shower over. You ain't gonna get no shower. They don't care. They laugh like, okay, I don't care. Woo, and joking them. I'm gonna write you up too, for calling them some type of name, fat boy or, retard or inbreed or something. He mad. I'm gonna write that up. They don't care nothing about that type of stuff. They probably in prison there with 25 years, 50 years, 60 years under the new law. They cooked already. So just to write a verbal charge for them, it don't even bother them. You know what I'm saying? So they laughing and joking on the dude, and I happen to be in the shower at the time. So I come out the shower and they joking on him, and I just happened to be closer where he was, and the dude was going to his cell that he had sent to his cell joking on him. So I started laughing. He get mad at me. So I started walking to myself, but I was laughing because whatever he said at the time was funny. So he gonna call me and ask me what I'm laughing at. I'm like, man, I ain't got to answer to you about what I'm laughing at. Hey, come here. I'm like, what you want? So I turn around, but he running up on me like he gonna do something to me. So I brace up to whatever. And man, this joker man started telling me to turn around and get on my knees, put the cuffs on. That's what they do when they get ready to lock you up. I said, for what? You know what I'm saying? He said, because I said so, turn around, get on your knees. I'm like, man, I ain't doing nothing. Because first of all, you acting unprofessional. Second of all, you acting out of control. I'm not going to turn my back to you, nor am I going to get on my knees. So he started pull out his mace. I'll mace you. I said, do it. Do it. Go ahead, mace me. And man, I was getting ready to probably get killed because the dude that got out there with the gun or whatever, and I won't budge it. You know what I'm saying? I won't budge it. I'm 10 toes down and standing in my position because I don't trust this dude. I might turn around. He might tell the people to shoot me. He might, anything. I just won't doing it. At that moment, I was already locked in. So I'm telling him, go ahead, Mason. Go ahead. And if you do, I'm going to beat you to death in here. So, man, it just came out. I didn't want to say it, but that's how it came out because he threatening me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, what? And he pulled his mace out, and I'm just standing there, and I'm braced up. The dude got the gun down on me, to cock the gun. Whoa, get on in there. I'm like, man, you better call the supervisor over here. I'm not getting on my knees for him. I ain't got no problem with turning around, cuffing up or whatever. I'm not doing it for him. You know what I'm saying? And it was a big old thing. And man, they done call it cold. The people come running in there with the dogs and, you know, the sergeants and all this. And man, like I say, that lady came into effect, the unit manager. Had she not been with them, they probably would have dogged me. They probably would have shot me. They probably would have, you know, let the dog chew me up or whatever. But she was there. You know what I'm saying? And they knew that they really couldn't do that in front of her. So, man, they ended up locking me up, turn around, get on my knees with she in there, cuff up or whatever. They take me to jail. He trying to make all these false charges on me, telling people that I incited a riot, I threatened him, all of this and all that. All lies. You see what I'm saying? All lies. When she came to talk to me, I actually told her what I said. I told her I said it in reference to what he said. He was talking about macing me. There was no need to mace me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. He gonna try to mace me for what? I didn't do anything. If he would have maced me, I would have defended myself. And that's what I told her. So she was like, well, I'm gonna go check on it and I'm gonna do, but you know, but it wasn't nothing that could stop me from going to jail. You already going to jail. I'm already getting these charges. But she gonna go check on it. But I'm already late. That's the whole dynamic of prison. Once they make their move and say what they say, you late irregardless. It ain't, I mean, regardless. Somebody told me stop saying irregardless. I told them it's a force of habit. But regardless, you still going to jail. You see what I'm saying? So, man, you know, I ended up going to jail. I'm back there. I got all these bogus charges now. I'm back there. You know, your head is wheeling. You got a headache. You like, man, these people get ready to cross me up with some lies. I supposed to be getting transferred. You know, I'm like a week, a month away from my transfer date, and I'm supposed to be getting transferred. Now these people gonna cross me up. I'm gonna go back up here to Wallace Ridge or Red Onion and have to start this process all over again. Man, you don't know how deflating that is, how, you know, draining that is, man, just to have that in your brain. I'm like, man. You know, and then you start second guessing yourself. Shit, I would have got down. Shit, I should have let him cuff me. Shit, which in all, no, because you start breaking your principles, you start bending and you start breaking, and then you ain't who you are no more. And they gonna do whatever they want to do to you anyway. So the only, you know, resolve you got is to stand on your principles, man. Especially if you know you right. So man, I was back there, man, and I'm facing these charges. I start writing paperwork, telling the people, man, that, you know what I'm saying, I need to see the warden, I need to see somebody. You know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get transferred. I got these bogus charges put on me. I need y'all to look at the tape and see if there's anything to facilitate what he's saying. Because he's saying I approached him, which was a lie. He approached me. You see what I'm saying? He's saying I approached him in an aggressive manner, and that's how the situation transpired. And we exchanged words, and I threatened him and all this. I ain't do nothing. I ain't approached nothing. I didn't incite nothing. He said I was enticing the young dudes. You don't see none of that on camera. So I'm trying to get them to look at the camera before they get me to a point where I got to go to these charges and get found guilty. And then, bing, I'm already off, transferred up in the mountains. Man, I kept filling out requests. I called my people. I got my people to call up there, all of this and all of that. Finally, man, the warden and the assistant warden them come by. The warden keep going. He don't even stop at my cell. The assistant warden ended up stopping at my cell. Shout out to Warden Booker, man. He talked to me about the situation. I explained the situation to him. I told him, man, just look at the camera, bro. All I'm asking you to do is look at the camera and do your job, do what's right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But look at the camera and see if anything he got written on this paper match up to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? He assured me he was going to look at the camera, he was going to check it and all this and all that. He was going to get back with me. This is where the politics come in prison. You know, probably about 3 days later, and I ain't got number like 2 more days before I go for the charge. He come back around, he come up to my door, he talked to me. This man tells me what they can do, the best thing that they can do is to reduce the charge. They're going to throw one charge out. They're going to throw the inciting a riot charge out, and they're going to reduce the threatening bodily harm to the officer to cursing and vulgar language, which is a minor charge. But I got to plead guilty to that, right? So I said, why do I got to plead guilty to something that I didn't do? I said, furthermore, if you reducing the charge and throwing the other charge out, you know it's bogus because you looked at the, but we don't have audio. We can't say what he said you said to him. So we going to do the best we can by reducing. I said, man, look, bro, I'm getting ready to go up for a transfer. He said, you going to get up off here. You going to get up off here. I said, okay, other than me getting ready to go up for a transfer, I'm under the old law. I can't be getting no charges, man. I go up for parole. You know what I'm saying? I'm charged free for X amount of time. I can't get no. He said, what we're going to do is you're going to plead guilty to the charge. You're going to go up in there and we're going to find you guilty. We're going to put you back in population. Within a week, you be gone. I said, man, come on, man. He said, listen, that's my word. I said, bro, that just don't sound right. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. He said, I'm telling you, it's the best we could do up here. You see what we working with? He was basically telling me, you see these people racist up here. And we don't want to act like we superseding their authority, like they write charges is not going to be validated or whatever. We got to appease them, but I know you in the right, and this is the best I can do. Man, what do you do with something like that? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no choice. Man, I did what he said to do. I got found guilty, went in there, I pleaded guilty, whatever. I did. He got me out of the hole a couple of days later. I'm back on population. I'm saying to myself, man, this is crazy. And sure enough, man, they called me over there, put me in for a transfer, man. Within a couple of days after that, man, boom, it's come pack me up, put me on the bus. You know what I'm saying? On my way to Nottoway. You know, so salute the booker for keeping his word. And he said also, he saw me before I leave. He said, you been put in for, I said, yeah. He said, when you leave and you get to the other institution, he said, after you there for about a month, the charge gonna be, it's gonna be dismissed. It won't even be on your record. I said, man, that's your word. He said, that's my word. He kept his word. So the charge got dismissed. The charge got abolished because they knew it was bogus from the beginning. But look at all I had to go through just to say, to stand my ground and not be treated wrong. If I would have just folded up and not said nothing, they would have dragged me. They would have dragged me, which would have cost me years out of my life, more years in prison. I probably wouldn't have got out when I got out. You see what I'm saying? So, man, that's just crazy, but that's prison. That's why I preach the way I preach. That's why I try to let y'all know you don't want to get caught behind. Let y'all know the things I know, the things I've learned from experience. You don't want to get caught behind them walls, man. You don't, because you're going to be in a battle for your life daily. Either it's mental, physical, spiritually. You're going to be in a battle every day of your life when you locked up, man. Every day of your life. You know what I'm saying? Be it you in the right or be it you in the wrong. This is what's going to be like being locked up, being incarcerated. This is what your life going to be like. And I don't know nobody with the knowledge of this that would choose that. If I had that knowledge before I did the foolishness that I did, was involved in the foolishness that I was involved with, I wouldn't have made those choices. This is why I try to give y'all this knowledge. That's why I say share these videos, talk to your nephews, talk to your sons, talk to your little cousins. Let them know to watch this type of stuff so they can get this type of knowledge in their head, so they can be informed instead of misinformed about what they're going to have to go through when they make bad decisions out here. Because it's waiting for you. Trust and believe me, it's waiting for you. You know, and like I say, man, this is a daily thing, man. If it ain't this, it's going to be that. If it ain't that, it's going to be this. But it's going to be some drama. It's going to be some turmoil. It's going to be some foolishness. It's going to be some BS every day. And you get no rest. You get no breaks. It ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. And trying to save yourself could possibly even get you later. Even get you pushed even back further. It's just lose-lose all the way around the board. It's lose-lose all the way around the board, man. Like I said, I didn't stay there long, man, but all of this and probably much more that just ain't popped in my head as I'm telling this video did happen, you know, did occur while I was there. It was just madness, man, pure madness. And I had to deal with it, and I had to deal with it on a daily basis. But I thank God that I was fortunate enough to get up off of there, man. You know, I ended up going to Flatland, ended up going to Nottoway, and that was the next stop. Nottoway, next stop. But man, it was my second stop on Nottoway. But that was, like I say, it was an eye opener, and you know, like I say, looking back in retrospect, I see it was the dynamics how prison was just changing. You know, how it was changing, how the officers was, especially when you on them compounds that got them guns and them dogs, man, they gonna drag you. They gonna drag you because they know what they can do to you, and they know what they're gonna do to you. You know, and they use that to their advantage, man. They use that in the way they talk to you. They use that in the way they treat you. They use that in the way that they look at you and view you. That they in a power position and you in a subservient position, and they're going to take cold advantage of that and cold advantage of you. And the only way you can avoid that, man, is just don't go to prison. Don't put yourself in those positions, you know. So hopefully, man, listening to these type of stories would deter you, would change your frame of mind, or at least give you something to think about when you out there on them streets, or you got somebody telling you to come on, go with them with this, come on, try that, or come on, go do this. Don't be no suicide bomber. Don't be no suicide bomber. Don't go do something that's going to mess your life up that the dude telling you that is not going to affect his life at all. I call that a suicide bomber. Don't be no suicide bomber. Take control of your own life. Be an independent thinker and make your own decisions, man, because only you gonna pay for whatever it is you got to do. Period. You know. So that was the warehouse, man. That was the warehouse that was River North, man. We moving on down the line, man. Nottoway next, man. We almost through these prison stories, man. We can get back into some other stories because I got 33 years of prison stories over here, TBP. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Like I say, please try to share these videos. Please leave your comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please talk to me. Y'all know I talk back. And we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it rocking in 2022. We got some big things coming up. You know, we growing. We're gonna make it happen. I told y'all wherever I go, y'all go with me. Y'all represent me. I represent y'all. This is a family thing over here, man. All positive energy, feed the positive, stop the negative. So, man, let's get with it in 2022. I'm going to do my part. Y'all do y'all part and jump on board with me. Let's ride this thing, spread this message, and get this positivity out there in the air, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. As always, as I tell you, man, it's a blessing in every lesson. And the blessing is I made it through all that foolishness, all that turmoil, all that chaos just to get out here and try to give y'all these messages so y'all can take this message and give it to somebody who need it. Give it to somebody who want it. Give it to somebody who can use it, you know, so we can change some lives, man. So, as always, man, be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. I'll see you real soon. Peace and love. Appreciate the support. And you know you better, boom, duck that hook, baby.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality, you know. And I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.